So being a longtime Far Cry fan means that you enjoy each and every Far Cry game that has came out since the very first an original Far Cry game. And Far Cry 2 probably has to be the worst Far Cry game that I know of, that I played through and got bored and felt like it was just like a drag to play. And I eventually just gave up on Far Cry 2. I never finished it. And Far Cry 3 was that one Far Cry game that brought something to the table for everyone. For people who didn't like the Far Cry games and for people who enjoyed the Far Cry games, it was just like a great game. And Far Cry 4 took what Far Cry 3 brought to the table and just added like a glimmer effect to it, some sprinkles and glitters and just to make it look pretty and this and that for next gen. But in all honesty, when the Far Cry Primal was announced and was shown off and unveiled from Ubisoft, a lot of emotions ran through my head, and I'm thinking to myself, like, this isn't Far Cry. This can't be a Far Cry game. I would rather a Blood Dragon 2 or something that takes place well into the future, or something that even takes place well into the past, but definitely not prehistoric times. Like, that wouldn't make sense. How would this fit into the Far Cry universe? And I think they kind of just took what a lot of people were expecting from a Blood Dragon, a standalone DLC from Far Cry, and ran with it. I think they just took what the idea of having having dinosaurs in a Far Cry game, but not being like robotic dinosaurs, not being futuristic, and not being modern time, but let's go back to prehistoric time. Maybe a lot of people would enjoy something like that. And I have to say, like, it kind of hung on to me for a second. I'm thinking, this is not a Far Cry game, and this will probably never fit in with the people who play Far Cry games and people who love and enjoy the series and the franchise as a whole. This will never really be accepted in the community by people who love Far Cry games. And I have to say I was wrong. With Far Cry Primal, after seeing some gameplay, it does look like it's going to be a good Far Cry game. Not the best and not the worst, but it's going to be decent, average at most. And I feel as if, Ubisoft, they have the titles, they have the big titles, and they know how to put them out there and show them off to people. But as far as presenting them, getting in when people actually get them in their hands, it seems like Ubisoft always seems to hype stuff up, and that's why a lot of people and a lot of gamers for 2015 said that they were not going to just straight out of the gate buy a Ubisoft game or support Ubisoft. They want to wait a few weeks or wait a month, to let Ubisoft do what they do to get all the bad bugs and issues and problems, and if the game isn't, how they expected it, they're not going to buy it. And I completely agree with that. Like, Ubisoft can't be trusted anymore. Anything they release seems to be either broken or not up to standards as to what people were expecting. And with Far Cry Primal, I could probably see that coming true. Like, a lot of people are going to hate it, a lot of people are going to love it. It just depends on how you feel about it. And I feel like I might purchase the game. I feel like I might get it. It looks like a decent Far Cry game. It doesn't look like the best, but in terms of gameplay and replayability and just the overall story, I just want to see how interesting and how things are going to go with Far Cry Primal. But anyway, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you dislike the video, hit the dislike button. Comment below you want to share your 2 cents, and I'm out. Peace.